brains are delicious.
I'm on my phone right now. I'll be on in like a minute or two.
Yeah, that's
But we
fine.
can get started.
So who wants to tell Australian Josh how the party got wiped on the first session?
Wait, the party's
all its
already
fault, really.
fucking wiped?
No,
Well,
I'm joking,
yeah.
Josh.
Yeah, it was all the system.
No,
I was about
it
to
was
say, I
It
wouldn't
was a
be
bunch of
surprised.
really shit rolls.
A bunch of really basically, you DOSed everything. You just brute forced it until eventually I just went, fuck it, have a plus 40 and just do it. And then you still proceeded to fail, but you got there in the end. It was truly glorious.
I feel very
And it-
concerned today. I feel very concerned.
And in case you weren't aware, by the random sort of fifth token that's hovering next to Geller managed to reactivate a servo skull that they found in a crime scene, and now it's just kind of following you around because it has nothing better to do with its life.
I may or may not have
That's that
stolen
moment
it.
when we come back to the grand magus of the area. He looks at it and goes, "Oh, so you're Inquisition, are you? Well, there goes our fucking stealth bonus again."
That's assuming this Inquisitor's actually going to pay you, like the last one would have if you didn't, prove how
I still
purely
get
competent.
I still get a fat paycheck per month, so I'm good.
I was about to say we still get the monthly paycheck, which if he doesn't pay, he's actually liable to be executed.
Believe it or not, they aren't. He can delay your paycheck for as long as he wants. He's the Inquisition. You can arrest him, but then he can just Inquisitorial Rosette, put a middle finger up at you and say, "I do what I want, bitch."
Actually, Inquisitors aren't above the arbitrators.
Actually, they are. Monodominance. They say, "Fuck you, Arbites. I do what I want, cunt."
Actually,
They're
Check
basically
yourself before you wreck yourself, mate. Anyway.
basically they follow the chain of command. Then you reach the Inquisitor we're hired by, which is kind of the top, and they only answer to each other, and that's only if they want to.
And the God
No,
Emperor.
the authority that the
And the God
Inquisitors
Emperor. So if he gets bitch slapped from across the wall, we know why.
is that they're allowed to demand a trial.
Well, we could, but
You're allowed to demand that you trial an Inquisitor. I don't know where the fuck you've been living, mate, but Inquisitors are allowed to say, "I demand you go to a trial, and I demand you fuck yourself, because I'm just going to go somewhere else where I don't have to abide by your laws, cunt, nigga, later."
hey,
They just fly off.
I demand trial by combat.
Basically, you require
You can
the
demand what
backing
you want.
of three
Inquisitor has
other
the power to
Inquisitors of his level,
or
just so
higher.
you can capture them. Or
An
higher.
Inquisitor can challenge another Inquisitor to a duel, but they're not exactly allowed to, like, Jacob isn't allowed to walk up to your Inquisitor and say, "I demand that I arrest you," because he can just say, "Well, I demand that I execute you," shoot you in the face, and then wave off the paperwork, and then wander off and continue his
and-
adventures elsewhere.
And as someone who's been shoved into the Imperial Guard, drugged up, fights greenskins, shot in the head, came back, and became a fucking arbitrator, I'd prefer not.
So yeah,
Um,
remember what I said about that? How he said he has guardsman background?
Can I ask
There
you?
is
Yes.
There is a good reason why I'm currently missing most of my intelligence. It revolves around a bullet wound the size of my hand in my head.
So much. It's actually amazing that Jacob is still alive, but none of you have really noticed that. Jacob, or Josh, I tried playing your character as neutral as I could in everything that he did because I had no idea how you were going to play this guy. Since last session.
Basically, dumb as bricks, stubborn as a mule, damn good shot, and hitter. So,
Luckily, he didn't.
generic arbitrator.
So that's fine. Anyway, so to bring you up to speed, Jacob, some things happened, some crime scenes were investigated, you started interrogating some of the survivors, and basically one of them you spoke to, had a pleasant conversation, he then got outside and proceeded to run like hell away from you lot. Which is quite random. And now he's drifting off back to his own personal laboratory in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and you've proceeded to chase after him.
I was about to say, is he still running within line of sight?
No, well, no.
No, he made it to his ship, so...
He made it to his shuttle, and then his shuttle basically took off, and the Skitari arrived and proceeded to point their guns at it, but when you point a Vanaheim combat shotgun at a craft that's a couple dozen meters in the air. Because it isn't too hard to shoot, but when you're using standard shotgun, it doesn't score against it.
Well, let's put it like this. This also made it weird. The Skitarii ordered the ship to land, and the ship just said, "Fuck you, no," and just flew off to his people.
Yeah. See, that's where the GM's fucking with us, and the other guy that we didn't question is actually the guilty one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Anyway, you're all currently en route, chasing after this guy. Anyone who took fatigue for carrying around literally all of their gear and being fucking weird on a Forge World, your fatigue is now gone since it's been long enough. Again, wouldn't recommend you wander around carrying everything you own on you at all times, because I will give you fatigue. And fatigue is not
didn't do
fatigue
that in
works
the
differently
first
than
game.
second edition. Fatigue works a lot differently in second edition, in that you get a -10 the second you take a level of fatigue, so...
Oh, it's gonna be difficult, but it's gonna be so fun when I hit rank 3.
It's okay. I can carry 36 kilograms of shit.
When I become...
should all be able to carry around 36. Probably
I
more.
can actually carry
Yeah,
my own gear.
I barely have that much on me. I am fairly light still. Thank you.
Anyway.
I have like half that at most.
Anyway, enough dicking around. We've been here 10 minutes now. So, the shuttle proceeds to very rapidly chase after the other one. However, it seems the pilots of the other ship, or the servitors that are piloting it, they had a bit of a head start, so by the time you catch up, the ship has already landed, and you can tell that the shuttle has already opened, and the reclamator you're chasing has already gone inside of this relatively small facility. The exterior of the cities and districts of this planet, they're all sort of arid wastelands that are pulsing with pollution and other kinds of radiation, so to those of you who don't have a respirator, it's probably a good idea that you get inside as quickly as you can.
Yay, I have one.
Just a suggestion.
Yeah.
I hold my breath and run.
Yeah, let's...
Yeah.
Well, you land close enough to the facility where you don't have to. You're not going to be outside for very long. However, the internal vox of your little shuttle, you can hear. Well, more accurately, Geller can hear coming through in binary. Basically, a Skitarii response team is being assembled, and they'll reach the facility within 15 minutes. The problem is that if you all stay outside for 15 minutes, I can guarantee that at least one of you will eventually die of radiation poisoning. So it's probably a good idea that you go inside anyway.
Yeah, I would have told them that we need to head inside. The flesh bags are somewhat weaker than us.
Yeah.
When that sears the skin, I'm getting the fuck in.
Yeah. So getting to the facility doors. In fact, I've got a little map drawn for you guys. I'm just so nice that I love spending time.
No, you prep the combat encounter.
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's what happens every time I draw a map. It's not like I drew a map last time and absolutely nothing happened in the combat.
Can I have
drew
control
a map. It had
over
a bed and
2-7?
everything.
I'm just asking.
No, you just tell me where you want him to go, and that's where he'll go. He, she, it. You don't actually know what gender the skull belonged to, but anyway.
Roll intelligence, see what gender it is. I don't care.
No.
It's a skull.
I would, but its intelligence is like 15. It's actually smarter than a servitor, believe it or not. Anyway.
No, I roll it, I don't care.
Yeah, but anyway.
Do you have scholastic lore anatomy?
No.
Such a skill does not sadly exist in this game. So, wandering on inside, you notice there are several, like, vegetation things growing, with some servitors attending them. They don't appear to be, like, snuffing their heads round to notice the 5 of you walking in. Instead, they're just sort of, like... They're almost treating you the same way you would treat a wasp. Like, they're trying to ignore that you've just wandered in, if anything.
I don't fucking ignore a wasp.
Wait, I was about to say, ignoring a wasp? What?
Yeah, well, in Britain, it's common practice to just ignore the fucker and let it fly
Okay,
out.
I'm not going to dive into cover immediately, but I'm going to take a position near one of these planners, and I'm going to roll an awareness check for, like, I'm looking for anything that might suggest threats, because my guy's a paranoid fucker, and that's what he's doing.
I'll try to do the same.
Yeah. For reference, when it comes to awareness tests, You don't have to wait for me to call them out. You can just roll them randomly and tell me what you're trying to look out for.
Okay, so any modifiers though?
If you have heightened senses, sight or hearing, that could grant some further information.
No, it's just not. I'll just roll, and you can decide if modifier or not.
Yay,
Okay.
Someone
Anyone else?
I really hate this character so much.
I was about to say, I
love
don't
her.
even think I'm bother.
Not even going to roll it. Okay.
I know.
So all of you wander in, and you pretty much notice immediately the servitors are like basically doing basic maintenance of these plants. Geller, when you look at what the servitors are doing, as you failed the least out of everyone, they appear to be like clipping at the plants and generally taking samples. From what you've read, these would appear to be the plants that you could get the beginning stages of the nanobots from.
No,
I
This
passed.
would be like serums. Yeah, I know you passed. I'm getting to you.
Sorry.
Yeah. Mordecai, you notice these servitors. They're clipping away, but they're doing it very, very lazily, as if they're pretending to do it. Like you notice that some of them have like twitched a little bit when you walk inside, as if they've like very quickly turned their heads to look at you and then turn back to their plants. So what you're getting is that they're aware of you as much as you're aware of them, and it's almost as if they're waiting for you to do something.
Can I see it?
Okay, I am going to.
Only Mordecai is aware of this.
Okay, I'm going to approach this one. I'm going to have my hand on my pistol, not drawn, but I don't trust this whole scenario. It feels fishy. I'm going to go up to this nearest one and examine, see, like, there might be some weaponry systems or something on it, but I'm pretty much, if that thing makes one false move that I don't like, I'm going to dive right away from it. Like,
Okay, so you're preemptively readying to dodge, basically.
pretty much, yes.
Okay.
This thing pisses
Very
me
good
off,
thing
I'm
that
gonna-
you do that, because as you approach it and you get within arm's reach of it, it suddenly lashes out and tries to hit you. So instead of giving you a bonus to dodge, I'm going to give it a negative to hit you, because it's somewhat worrying. Yeah, it just throws a hand out trying to grab at you, but its fist is like forcefully coming at you, as if you had been hit by that, it would be the equivalent of being hit by like a hammer at full strength from one of the world's strongest men. So it would have hurt, basically.
I'm going to scream that they're hostile, and I'm going to time to roll for initiative.
Yep.
And of course, because of I guess I assumed that I automatically draw my pistol. because
You
of
didn't
the
say you had it drawn. You just said that you had it readied, so you can. I'll say that it doesn't take you as long to pull your gun out as it would normally.
Thank you.
T7's
Isn't
on.
Isn't normally a half action though?
Yeah, and depends really. It's a full action if you said you didn't ready it. It's a half action if you declare that you did ready it. And because you did ready it, technically, I'm going to say it's a free action to take it out once it gets to your turn.
All right.
So,
I
Quick question:
am
Is
still
there
slower than a circus
is there a
dog.
terminal somewhere within this room that I can see?
you failed your awareness tests. Your mind is a bit preoccupied with the fact that this servitor just tried to punch one of your teammates in the face.
How do
The
I?
servitor, they don't really punch people in the face.
Mordecai, you click on your token, and then next to the select icon in the top corner, there'll be an initiative button. You just click on that
Oh,
and
that's
add your
not it.
thing in.
Trying to figure this out.
Oh.
Just
Okay,
select.
where is it again?
Don't just select your token, and then right up at the top left
Oh.
corner, there's the initiative button.
Does it automatically count in our agility bonus or no?
No, you have to
Hell
enter
no.
agility bonus.
You'll have to
Okay.
put just put like 4 or 3, and then it will automatically do it.
Yay,
And it'll be
I did
pretty
11.
cool.
I'm not complete shit.
Add bonus.
Hey, we're going at the exact same time with the exact same modifier.
3 of us are.
Are all 3 of you going at 11 or something?
Whose agility is slightly higher?
I think the thing that's going first would appear to be your servo skull T7, Geller.
My agility is 32.
Mine is 32 too.
As
Okay,
is
so
mine.
Mordecai's actually going first because
Wait,
Xander, you keep forgetting that you have paranoia, which gives you +2 to your agility.
I got like 45 for agility.
Hold on, what?
You have
Paranoia.
paranoia that gives you +2 to your initiative.
Oh, right. So I actually have 13.
Yeah, I've already added it in for you.
It was the last.
So it kind of makes sense that you'd be going first. I just want to make sure everyone's there. Mordecai, Geller, Jacob, Daggett, Teresa.
It had to
Okay, so I'm going to draw my pistol as well. I said I'd do that. I'm not in melee range, so this counts
You
as point
technically
blank.
are, as it did lash out at you with a melee attack, so you are technically in melee with it.
Okay, well,
Yourself, do not shoot that one.
I'm debating if I
I'm going
should
to.
shoot this one.
But always
Okay, I'm
shoot
going
this one.
to. I'm going to draw my pistol and full auto the thing.
Okay. So that's just a +20 there. Because you don't get recruit modifiers in melee.
Right.
I can't wait till I get Limb Blast. Now I become like freaking Raiden.
Fire off a burst. All 6 bullets appear to be like pinging off the ceiling and bits of like the wall behind it. You're a bit panicked by the fact that this servitor just tried to punch you in the face.
Yeah, because I don't actually have any real armor.
Don't worry, these things don't appear to have any real weapons. They're just trying to hit you.
And I'm in melee range.
Yeah.
Are these the one with
So
the
that-
big fuck off claw arm, or are these just one with normal
No,
hands
that would be
utensils?
a combat servitor, darling. These ones are basically utility class servitors.
Yeah, but
so
the
they're
utility ones
completely
also have
off-
like forklift arms for lifting heavy ass thing. I'm just
Nah,
asking.
These ones are trying to cut leaves, not lift crates bigger than a fucking Bane blade. I think you'll be alright.
Okay, they're just normal. They're just slapping him. They're slapping more.
I mean, they'll try to punch you, but they're not gonna like pick you up and throw you across the room. They're not that strong, I'm afraid.
Oh god, they'll prune us all.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be
Pruning
saying that if you
isn't
realised that
easy.
they had unnatural strength. But anyway.
I wonder, is there something I can say to just shut down the servitors?
I don't know.
Sorry.
Good try, but I mean.
What?
Turn your mic
Yeah.
Why
off.
am I doing the servitors? It's not their turn. Oops.
I just
do all
found
of
out
that.
I accidentally locked my mom's cat in the bathroom for
Angry
15
Servitor
minutes.
is angry.
The servitors are angry apparently because it's not their turn and they started moving.
So yeah.
So T7 is currently set to guard mode, so he's kind of like nothing appears to be threatening my master, so he's actually just going to delay his action until something does threaten
Okay.
Geller.
Geller,
Geller, it's your turn.
is there like a code phrase I can say to just shut down the servitors and have them go into?
Common law machine cult.
Okay, common lore machine.
No
code.
modifiers.
Okay. No, I don't know anything.
No, you have no fucking clue.
Oh, then I'm just going to. Is this table bolted down or no?
It's not a table, it's a pillar. You can't actually see anything that's going on around it.
Oh.
Congratulations, you are
Right
in
now,
the
all you,
perfect
yeah,
cover.
right now all you could see was like that way, and maybe this servitor, but
Well,
you
now I
wouldn't be
can
able to see anything.
Now I can see a lot more things.
So you've half moved to there, so you have one half action left.
Yeah, I'm
And
back-
I don't believe you've pulled any weapons out, so...
No, I would have had my last pistol at least.
No, you didn't declare it.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, yeah,
then
you
I-
didn't declare it.
Mordecai is the only one that's actually declared that he's got a weapon ready to go out. The rest of you just kind of wandered in and went, oh look, servitors.
Then
I don't need to. I free action ready one.
Yeah,
It's my turn.
Jacob has quick draw, so he's fine, but...
Then I freaking. Wait, don't I have quick draw too?
I don't think so. I was about to call you a
Ooh.
servitor. I don't think Tech Priest get quick draw like rank 2.
Okay, never mind then. Then I just then I readies my last carbine.
Okay. Jacob.
I move towards the planter.
Alright. So you move and ready your shotgun, I assume.
Move and ready and instantly shoot it, because readying is a free action.
Yeah.
So let's see, that's half its range, so that's short range. Excellent.
Yeah. So you're at plus 10 total. Sorry if you can hear dogs barking in the background, I can't really do much about that.
Eat the
Oh,
dog.
come
miss.
on.
That's
Fire off a shot and it's a bit too far for a shotgun. It would be better if it was a lot closer to you.
The pellets were just so dispersed, it just bounces off everything.
Dagger.
Trying to find what my agility move, like how far I can move.
If your maximum is you're able to run 24, and your minimum is 4 meters.
I want to try and make a half move to the other column. Can I get here on a half?
You won't be able to half move that, but you can certainly run over there. Yeah.
That's a sprint.
I can get here on a half.
Where were you before?
I was like right next to the door, like here.
You can get to there.
All right, I'm gonna get there. I'm going to draw my auto gun.
Teresa, the servitors have instantly turned around and are looking very mean at you.
Okay,
Fists clenched, getting ready to charge you.
I'm gonna draw that custom laser pistol that I had and move here.
Okay.
If I can.
What's your agility?
3.
So I think you half action pull your pistol out and then half move to there.
Okay.
It's alright, servitors are slow as shit.
Come
Literally.
at me.
So this one
I've had some pretty fast ones.
They're just utility ones. They're not murder servitors. We're fine.
No, a murder servitor has a fucking mono lance and a grenade launcher built into it. You should be glad I didn't throw them against you.
Yeah.
That makes
Trust me,
sense.
I debated throwing it against a party I had like a year ago, and it just didn't seem like it would work.
At least they're not arcoflagellants or like a penitent engine.
Don't give the
So-
GM ideas.
No,
Let's
because that
be
would be
honest.
that would be a legit dick move, especially
Let's
at
be
this
honest.
rank.
It would be entertaining if we just saw like a room of murder servitors trying to carefully tend plants.
Click,
Oh, that'd be funny as shit.
clip.
Pretty funny.
And the thing, I was
Okay, I
planning
get-
on stealing one of these.
Okay, so
It's
I guess
okay.
the one next
We'll
to
leave
me
one mostly
attacks me.
intact.
Yeah, the one next to you is attacking you. I'm just doing all the ones that are moving first.
Okay,
And then
I'm
we'll
probably
get
going to
that
try and dodge it. So, yeah.
one. It's easier. Okay, so 3 more servitors emerge
Oh god.
from the other room. Okay, so this one, it doesn't have any combat routines installed, so it's literally just going to try and hit you very gingerly. Nah, completely missing. It swings its fist, but either you manage to evade it slightly, or it's just... These things aren't
Flailing.
designed for combat, they're designed for snipping at plants.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Yeah, let's see, 20 for full auto.
I swear you rolled that last time. No, you rolled a point less last time. You fire off a
Actually,
burst at it, and you're still a bit stunned by how it's still trying to beat you.
You know what? I object to that.
You're gonna fate point it.
Yes.
I reject
Fate
it.
point
I'll
of the
take
session.
substitute my own.
Okay,
There you
there we go.
So you hit it 4 times. It is gonna try and dodge, but believe me, it won't. Yeah.
Eh.
So you hit it all 4 times. Go ahead and roll your damage. Oh jeez, Righteous Fury right there.
All right, let's roll just base ballistics or
You roll to hit
Yeah.
with the same modifiers, and then if you succeed, you roll a d10. Oh god, how much can these?
nope, no ballistic.
You don't confirm it, sadly.
But I
So,
think no wait, it's a metal thing. It's heavily armed.
These one
Yeah.
won't be as heavily armed as a normal utility one. They probably don't have much armor.
Armored.
Can I fate point his ballistic skill check?
no.
No.
You can. Fate points are only applicable to yourself, not anyone else. No, you surprisingly you did quite a bit of damage to that servitor. Its joints look much weaker than it used to, and it's being a bit more sluggish now. It's a T7, the magical servo skull. Through the power of logic, for the power of logic, it notices a giant fuck-off servitor running straight towards its master. It is not going to have any of that. So it is going to proceed to shoot at it. It's going to fire a semi-auto burst because the threat is pretty fucking high. So it's close range and it's burst firing. Let's see what it does. No, it does not. It fires off a couple of shots, but they go a bit wide.
I need to calibrate this thing.
It does have a red dot laser sight. The problem is that sight doesn't apply to semi-auto.
Single shot only.
It's only single shot, yeah. Which sucks, but oh well. Geller, your Silver Skull has gone into defend mode.
I said shoot at the same servitor with my last carbine.
Yep.
Burst
So
fire.
it's shooting at this.
Yes. So plus.
Firing bursts. So you'll be at the same pluses as he was, so it'll be plus 20.
Okay, plus 20. Please hit. Yay! I hit.
Hit twice.
Yay! So
Roll damage.
1,
Roll high.
2.
Righteous Fury.
That's what we need.
I roll ballistic to see with the same
You
modifier.
roll ballistic skill with the same modifiers and then roll a d10.
Wait, with the same? Never mind.
Yeah, with the same modifiers.
And I hit!
Oh.
Yep, so roll a
D10.
d10.
Come on.
Roll a 10, I dare you.
1!
Oh, come on!
Fuck you! Fuck you, Dice.
Yeah.
I love you.
Okay.
You gotta be mean to me.
Jacob, it's not in melee with you yet. It simply runs straight into your face, which means it's point blank with you. However, it ran. So you're at minus 20 because it's run at you. And
So in other words, I'm back at plus 10.
unless you aim as well, then you'll be at plus 20.
Ooh, I could aim.
Aim and
I'm
fire.
not going to.
Using a shotgun.
Gonna
Aren't
aim.
you?
Okay.
I'm just gonna. No, I'm not gonna aim. I'm fate
You
pointing
should have
that.
aimed.
You should have aimed. It wouldn't have helped too much, but you know.
It would have not helped at all in that situation. That is goodbye one fate point. Hey,
Hey, you hit
You
it.
hit once.
hey, I'm actually doing some damage.
6.
I hate this so much.
Yeah, your pellets just seem to ping off the machinery that the servitor is made out of, and its fleshy bits don't appear to be affected too much.
The few
Well,
times
I'm
I've
gonna
had
use
Righteous Fury, I either didn't hit it or I didn't do much.
You still have a half action, Jacob. I didn't know if you're going to shoot and tactically withdraw.
I am going to tactically get the fuck out.
You can move 2 squares in any direction. Yeah, like that.
No.
Okay. Double clicked for some reason. It is Daggett's turn. My mouse is slightly broken and it will occasionally double click, so Daggett, go ahead and take your turn.
Take a pot shot.
This
Something, I don't
one's within point blank, right? 6 meters? Or
No, point blank is 3 meters, darling. It's also run, so you're at pretty much all of the ones except for the one Mordecai is fighting has run. So it'll be at negative 20 to hit them.
Alright, well then I'm gonna full auto at this one over here.
Okay. So you're at plus 10 for range, pretty much. Low. You want as many hits as you can.
I thought full autos get bonuses.
They do, but as I said, they ran.
It's-
So you're at negative
right,
20,
okay.
which counteracts the bonus.
Yeah.
But just so
Either
You
way,
hit
you
Bryce.
hit 3 times, so roll high.
don't complain, you hit it.
Bang, bang, bang.
Hey.
So your first shot, which pings off one of its legs, just bounces off the metal plating, but the other 2 hit it in the chest, causing considerable damage. But it doesn't appear to be slowed or affected too much. Teresa.
This one.
Okay. Same modifiers as So you're at minus 20, but you're using the Palatine las pistol. I want to say that's the one I gave you.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, it was a las
Yeah.
pistol that was modded to be similar to a Palatine's one. Same
It's
shit.
Yeah,
effectively
so
a Palatine.
I think you're outside of its close range because I think it only has a 20-meter range, unless I'm getting my pistols confused.
Yeah, it had a 20-meter range, but it has burst fire.
It's called something like the Palatine Compact Command las pistol or some shit. Like
Yeah.
It was something.
So
This one, on the other hand,
yeah, that one on the other hand is within your close range, and if you
Alternatively-
aimed or semi-autoed, it would negate the negatives for them running.
Wait, the one that's closer would have been the better shot.
The one that's closer
yes,
is easier to shoot, but it is kind of in cover, so you'd have to try and hit it in the head or one of its arms for it to actually do any damage to it, because its cover is just going to completely negate a las pistol shot.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna shoot the one that's farther away.
Okay.
And that's minus 20. You said.
It's minus 20 plus any modifiers from you doing anything special like aiming or semi-autoing.
Aiming and semi-auto. I gotta remember
It's
what
not.
the fuck
This
those
isn't second edition. You can only do one or the other. You
are.
can't do both.
Semi-auto.
Okay.
Okay.
What's that put me at?
That puts you at
So-
negative 10.
All right. I will fail this. Oh.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh.
you hit. There you go.
You hit both
Okay.
times, I think.
Good damage.
You hit twice at least.
Oh.
11.
11. So
No,
it's
you
11
rolled-
and 3. You rolled semi-auto,
Oh.
Barno, which means you only
Yeah.
hit twice.
Okay.
The 3, unfortunately, does nothing. It just sort of scratches the paint a little bit. However, the 11, that does something to it. It seems to be drastically slowing down in its pursuit of Daggett. It's definitely hurting. The illustrious utility servitors, which are totally the most efficient NPCs for killing people with. This
Aw.
one runs up next to you, Geller, as fast as it can. This other one also runs up to you.
Fuck.
These ones... It's alright, they can't hit you this turn.
I know, but still, fuck. Well, at least
And remember what I told you earlier on Skype, that certain thing that T7 can do.
I know. I don't want.
ooh, sounds interesting.
Technically, all of you can do it. It is a universal thing, the protect ally dodge trait.
Yeah, but I have mostly for it to set to protect.
Negative
main
10
opponent.
dodge to soak the damage for someone else. I mean, it comes in handy. This one is going to pursue you, Jacob. In fact, you're within its charge range.
Oh, great.
So basically, they all run up at you, but the ones facing Mordecai and Jacob will actually get to have an attack. So the one against you, Jacob, he does actually hit you. I assume you would like to try and dodge.
I would like to. I'm
Hitting you
probably
in the
not
chest.
going to.
Why are you not going to? Oh, right.
That's
Dodge is
why.
terrible.
Wait,
So,
what's your dodge?
You get hit for 16
Oh.
damage in your chest. The downside with that is that his thing counts as primitive, so assuming you took the mesh vest, you have AP 8 plus toughness.
Yep. 8 plus toughness. That's an 11. Oh, that's only 5 damage. It still
You take
hurts.
5 damage. The one facing you, Mordecai, he's just going to try and hit you, but of course he fails. His servos are beginning to lock up a little bit from all the damage you've done to him. Let's see if you can finish him off.
Okay, can I step back?
Disengage.
You can half action disengage and move, and that's your turn.
No. I mean, like, is there any penalties to not disengaging?
No, it's just if you move away, he gets an attack of opportunity on you, and you've seen what he did to Jacob. I mean,
Yes,
What's
I
your-
have
what-
seen what he did to Jacob, but at the same time, I have also seen what he's done to me, and he's
done
pretty
nothing to
effed
you.
up.
He's missed.
He's done nothing to you.
Exactly.
Every
So
time.
exactly. So I'm going to take a. Screw it. I
Yeah, he
am just
doesn't
going
hit
to.
Okay, you're not moving away. Okay, you are moving away. Jeez. So you half action move away.
Well, you roll. You rolled the weapon skill thing for the attack of
No,
opportunity.
because you were taking too long to make your fucking mind up. Now come on, shoot him or don't. I don't really care.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot him once.
I'm gonna say you can't do anything else about it. So this time you will get range as you're no longer in melee with it. So it's just a +10.
I feel like I'm about to lose a limb.
I thought
here.
I'm in point blank range still, though.
Point blank is 3 meters, darling. That's 4.
Okay, fine.
What's with your high rolls?
You've rolled 89 and it's just gone upwards from there. Aside from that one fate one you used. Jesus Christ. Okay. T7, he ain't having none of this shit from this servitor. He is going to effectively, because he's scrawny, well not scrawny, he's puny, he effectively flies round behind it and he is going to attack it. Basically using a charge. Ganging up.
It's headbutting it?
No, it's using its monoblade.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? No, don't.
Oh, okay.
That makes no sense.
So it does 4 pen 2. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite hurt it, but it does start to... Instead of what you would expect it to do, where it's like jabbing it, it's trying to surgically remove one of the servitor's arms. It's like purposely aiming for a joint, and it's just trying to cut through its circuitry and into the flesh. It seems to be distracting it, though.
I'm going to shout at it to kill the one that's trying to rip my face off.
Yes, but it's failing. How about kill the one that's actually done damage?
Yes. So,
well, that one's in melee.
Yeah. So, how the hell do we get to 3 meters if we can only go from 0 to...
Quite simply, you half square.
Okay.
So
then.
what you do is you click on your token, you hold Alt, and then you move yourself to like that. Or something.
Well, I didn't know about that.
Okay.
If I had known about that, I would have done that.
Interesting.
Well, that's a shame. Anyway.
Yeah.
Geller, technically it's not in melee with you. It's doing that thing where it's got both its arms like lurching round behind it and it's trying to grab at T7.
Okay, now I'm just going to unload this motherfucker. Burst fire again. And
Okay.
what will this count as? Point
It will count as a point blank shot against a target that's busy trying to get a servo skull to fuck off.
So
plus 30 on
usually
top
you would
of
take
your-
negatives for shooting into melee, but considering the size of T7, its -20 is outweighed by the fact that it's puny.
Yeah, so plus 30?
Plus, it's also behind
If you're semi-autoing, then it's a +40.
Ooh, better. Please hit.
Go for it. Come on.
Wow.
What is
Okay.
it that... Hey, I still hit.
Yeah, that's
You
okay.
hit, but you only hit once is the problem, and you did no
Okay.
damage to it. The las burn slightly singed some of the armor plating on the servitor. Jacob, this servitor is not leaving you alone.
It would be very nice if I had a mono knife. But I do not.
Fortunately, no.
Unfortunately, no. Let's see, if I reload, I'm going to get attacked.
Oh, wait,
If I reload and shoot it, I'm going to get attacked. I can't do my special thing to it because it's immune to my special thing.
Quick question. Can I roll... Can I think if there is a shut-off code for them real quick?
You can when it's your turn again.
Okay, if I'm alive still.
Well, Jacob, I'm going to have a quick look at what your special thing was. Your special thing does work on servitors.
Oh, God.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, that special thing, it doesn't explicitly say that it does not work on servitors. It does still work on them. It's just it doesn't quite make it fall to the ground and start having an attack of physical Tourette's. Instead, it just sort of stands there for a moment, sort of vibrating.
What is
Well,
Which
let's
would,
hope
which
to
would
God it
delay
works.
because these things have shite willpower, so...
Let's hope this doesn't end horribly.
Don't you roll like a D10?
What is he doing?
Yeah, I roll a d10 plus my yep.
That's your thing. Okay, go ahead.
We all
I'm
may
praying.
die.
Let me know what your special number is, by the way. Isn't it like 6?
7.
Your target number is 7. Okay.
Let me just
Roll whenever you're ready.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
dude,
I'm just getting the right command in.
can just roll it normally. Okay. So
I get to re-roll that.
You need to roll.
I'm not seeing
You rolled.
anything.
You didn't roll a natural. Your total was that.
He's
bad
doing it
happens.
just so the GM can see it. Because
Nothing bad happened.
he doesn't
All right,
want
now
us
just-
to know what it is.
Oh,
Exactly.
okay.
Oh
I
god,
see.
what was I meant to roll again?
Just don't roll
I don't
doubles.
think you roll anything. I think it's supposed by my thingy. Oh god. Okay. So Jacob, you like how do you like do this? Do you like close your eyes for a moment, think deeply within yourself?
Basically I snap palm its face.
Yeah, you just look at it and the servitor like gets ready to like lunge a fist down to like bring the hammer down on your head, but then it just suddenly stops and starts vibrating. And I don't know if you've ever played Star Wars Republic Commando, when a fucking electricity grenade goes off and you hear that sort of noise.
Yep.
You basically hear the servitor emitting that noise.
Is it having a seizure?
Yeah,
Give it
The
a
servitor
seizure.
is having a seizure.
It's effectively looking at you, Jacob, just going.
what did he take and what is he? Do we have to
Having
roll?
a-
And I'm
Threats right
and
now.
now I'm going to, use a half action to move back.
Do we have to
It
roll
counts as a
awareness
helpless
to
target,
see?
so it can't
something?
exactly hit you. Daggett, the one in front of you, as much as I would love to say that it's in melee with you, it unfortunately isn't. It's just run up to you and it's gotten in your face.
Point blank.
I'm in
Unload into that fucker.
Oh, it's point blank?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is
It's
point blank.
blank for you.
All right, yeah, I unloaded into him. Full auto again.
So you'll be as a plus 30, since your plus 20 from full autoing is negated by the fact that it ran at you. But you're still at plus 30, so this should go well.
You hit thrice.
Thrice.
You hit. Yeah, 3 times. Hitting it in the leg and the chest twice.
Roll for damage. Ow.
1, 2, 3.
Ow.
Okay, so the third one doesn't do anything, but the first 2, yeah, you just fire off some bullets. Your bullets effectively hit it in the torso, and you can just see these holes where you've pierced through its armor. And you can just see, like, bits of blood and sort of weird, like, goo that's inside of servitors to keep them functioning just starts dripping out, and the thing just falls backwards. Very
Is it
dead.
dead?
Very dead.
It's dead. Awesome.
Oh, thank Lord, that's at least one less.
Yes, now there's 2
Frieza.
ganging up on me.
What I said to Daggett applies to you as well. The thing isn't in melee with you, it's just a run up next to you.
All right, so
Unload
plus
into that
so plus
fucker.
30, or is the semi-auto there for? Because I'm shooting semi-auto at it too.
Plus 30, plus
You'll
your
be at
semi-auto
plus
bonus.
20 because you're semi-autoing and point blanking.
And it's running.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be at plus 20 total.
Please hit.
You hit.
Yay.
You only hit once because you need every 2 degrees of success for this.
Eh.
But at least you hit.
You hit.
And you do.
Yeah,
No.
you only hit once. You only hit
once.
once.
You don't have to roll all
Why do
3
you roll
damage.
3
because both
times?
Just used to it from the last 2 EGM, but he didn't do a decent job explaining a lot of shit. So
I aim to always explain everything. You do actually damage it though. Not a lot, but you do damage it. Which totally doesn't give away that 9 is your target number for damage for these fuckers.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Speaking of servitors, the
One
one
moment.
the one Jacob did a thing to is still doing its thing. This one proceeds to run up to Daggett, effectively standing over the corpse of its dead friend.
Fuck him too.
This one runs up to Mordecai, giving him the dirtiest of looks. This one actually charges into T7. and is
No!
gonna try and
My baby. Wait, it can charge?
Well, keep in mind your little guy is a flying tiny skull.
Yes.
yeah.
I don't
he's,
want
already,
to.
he's already up like a minus. I think 30 is the modifiers for puny to actually hit the fucking thing.
Mordecai,
Actually, I
I
don't
think
think
these
I-
servitors have taken offense to our existence in particular.
Hold on,
Um,
wait a second. Does it? How does gang up work when both sides have the gang up bonus, or does it just cancel
It
it out?
cancels each other out.
Okay.
You're not ganging up if there's 2 on 2. It's just a regular fight.
Okay.
So both servitors, one of them.
That's kind of nice.
In fact, I'm actually gonna look up what the size modifier was. Where is my GM board? It will be on that. Oh, come on. There we go. Please tell me size modifiers are on here, because otherwise I'm going to just cry. Na. Okay, no, it's only at a -20. So one is at... Oh, wrong one. Oh, God. The one that's at -20, just... Don't even know what happened there. The one that charged is at regular. Failed horribly. The one against Mordecai, that should be at a +20, so it did technically hit. And the one against you, Teresa, didn't charge you. He unfortunately misses. So, Mordecai, I assume you want to try and dodge, as that -1.3 is actually a positive 0.7, because I forgot to give it its modifiers for charging into you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try and dodge. No
You okay?
modifiers?
No, there won't be any modifiers for this. Oh god. Let's pray for a low roll, boys. That isn't a low roll.
Oh.
What the fuck?
I think you take 15 wounds if my calculation of your toughness and armor is actually applied.
I take...
What?
Yeah.
I take all the pain.
Holy
is
Did
basically-
that actually hit you? Yeah, that did hit you in the chest. I think you have primitive armor, so it doesn't count as double against this servitor. So it just full on
No.
runs. And if anything, it just practically headbutts you as it runs towards you. Very
think so.
fortunate ways.
Give me 1 second to just check
So
on
about that
something real
party
quick.
wipe you were saying earlier.
If my calculations are correct, and me checking your character sheet not before the session happened, I believe you're on -1.
Yeah, I'm just checking to see what the critical,
Oh, fine.
Okay, let's
You're
see.
fine.
It just means
You're
you
not
could -1 to the chest is just you can only take a half action next turn.
You're just winded,
I'm-
more or less.
I don't know what to do with it now. I
Yeah,
am...
unfortunately, you can't disengage from it. You could half move away from it, and it would get an attack of opportunity on you.
Defensive
But
stance?
Which can only end well.
Defensive stance is a full action.
I swear to God, if we die because of servitors,
I will.
Yeah, not
Hey,
even combat
we-
servitors. Literally
to be-
basic as fuck servitors.
This
To
Yeah.
be fair, the party was nearly killed by Gretchen at one point.
I'm
That
not
is-
sure which is more embarrassing, like standard utility servitors or Gretchens.
No, they got the
Yes.
ambush on us, and they shot us all in the foot.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
Mordecai,
I'm going to actually fate point this and reroll my dodge.
I'm fate pointing this to go, fuck you, I will live. Oh, mind
Oh,
it.
why bother? Why-
Unfortunately, no.
Isn't there a thing in the Inquisitor handbook you can take to, if you use Fate Point, we get a +5 or something? I can't remember.
No.
Okay, wait.
It's not in the Inquisitor's handbook,
It
but you
doesn't-
can use a fate point to give yourself a +10 to any test. However, you have to declare it before you make the roll for the test.
And not
And
like
you can't use a fate point to re-roll and give yourself a +10. It's one or the other.
Oh, so we can use a Fate Point to give ourselves a +10 before we do something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you won't be able to re-roll it, basically.
Oh, well,
Unless you
that seems
really
fair.
want to use 2 fate points at the same time.
That seems fair.
Okay, so I'm at -1.
Which just means you can only take a half action next turn.
Shoot that fucker.
In fact, this turn. So you have a half action to do something.
Yeah, you know
I
what? Why
suggest
not?
praying to your emperor.
I shall. If you die, I shall bring you back to life as a combat servitor. Do not worry.
That's not very, encouraging or anything.
Yeah, no,
Just-
I'm fucked.
Just roll with it.
You take a shot at it, but the servitor just getting hit in the stomach was kind of winding. In fact, I think it
This-
literally says that you get winded.
This
Yeah.
is why everyone
Feels the
needs a
breath from your
grenade.
lungs.
Oh,
Please
So-
don't kill me in the first encounter.
he won't.
The
T7.
first-
T7 is currently worried about its own master instead of you, Mordecai. Sorry to say, but Tech Priest come first to Servo Skulls. even.
Sadly, that's how I kind of
Don't-
had to
don't-
set to. If I was in major danger, worry about me the most, and the other second.
Yeah, and it considers you to be in major danger. Hence why it's trying to relentlessly cut this fucker's arm off.
Yes.
So it is going to all-out attack with its blade. In fact, no, it's not going to all-out attack. It's just going to regular attack. Okay, no. It tries to make another decision, but the servitor effectively swipes at it, and it kind of gets flown off balance a little bit. Geller,
Yeah.
this thing is still technically a helpless target.
Can I roll
Well, not
common
helpless,
lore
but, you know.
machine code to figure out if I can shut these guys off with some command or something?
Sure.
It is an arcane dance
Oh.
known as the chicken.
By the way, I can't remember. Were they tag skills or non-tag skills? If I started off with them, no.
If you start off with tagged,
They are tag.
they're not tagged.
Oh, okay.
They count as basic skills, so they're not tagged unless you buy them.
Okay. Please roll
Have fun.
well.
20% chance at least.
Oh,
No,
No, I don't.
sadly
know.
not.
Well, I'm just going to blast.
You're
this.
used to turning people into servitors, not turning a servitor off.
you're
Anyway,
good at turning people
yeah.
into servitors, just not the servitors themselves.
I'm just going to shoot this thing then. Burst fire again. So, 40. If I remember.
Plus
correctly.
40.
Yep. Come on.
You missed.
somehow you missed. Jesus Christ.
I don't like that. I'm going to use a fate point on that.
All right.
Wow, Roll20 hates us.
Yeah.
As much as it's hated other people, believe me.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, you hit it in the head, and you hit it twice.
Yes.
Yep. Fuck it.
And you deal 1 damage to it.
But it's in the head.
Yeah, the downside is the servitors have the same armor all over its body.
Oh, does it take anything?
No, if you notice on its token that has the cybernetic side of its head and the human side, you effectively hit like the upper part of its eye, and it just sort of recoils a little bit, but it's already like leaning backwards, trying to reach over and grab the servo skull that's relentlessly trying to hack its armor.
Oh god.
So who here thinks the better option is to go back outside into the nuclear wasteland?
Anything?
I probably want to run out for the shuttle.
Alright, I'm going to do the thing again.
Anything?
On that one.
I don't. Yeah, there's.
You're gonna do the thing on that one. Okay.
Oh no.
Where's
I was gonna say the one in front of you.
Oh,
has
nope.
Okay, that does a
Nope.
thing.
I get to reroll one of those a session.
Unfortunately, it doesn't go on.
It doesn't go off.
I have
Oh
a
well,
feeling
try again. 'cause
our
I can do
arbiter-
2 twice.
I have a feeling.
I'm afraid you can't. As
I-
much as it is a half action, you can't do the same psychic power.
Ah. Damn it.
Oh, so he is a
Oh!
You just
Yeah.
had to say it. didn't you?
We don't
Yeah,
know
I
that
did.
in
I
character
rolled
though.
perfectly
I had
too.
to punish
I
you
should've
for
fake
failure.
put it down.
Anyway,
We
should've
you have to
fake
roll
put it.
awareness to see if we see this somehow.
no.
No.
Aw.
None of you
Oh,
can
well,
see
I
it.
have a
You're all busy facing your servitors.
Well, with my other half action, I'm gonna start reloading because that's all I can do now.
Shit.
Dang it.
Love,
Same deal as last round.
For the love of the
Half
God
action,
Emperor,
draw
don't
sword.
roll doubles.
And then I guess the other half action is hit it with the sword.
Okay.
Unless there's anything.
Everything
else
is
that-
awful.
Don't you? How much ammo do you have for your gun left?
10 bullets left.
So why don't you shoot it?
Those are his only 10 bullets.
All right.
Yes.
I have 10
a lot
shells
more
left.
servitors just in this room. And after that, I'm down to a las pistol.
You should
So when are the
learn.
Scotori showing up and, helping our ass?
Skitarii are scheduled to show up within the next 14 and a half minutes, because bear in mind, combat lasts 6 seconds a turn, and you've barely been here for 30 seconds, and you're
Is there
already
anything fancy I can do with my with my sword?
You can half action hit the servitor with it.
Bitch slap
So
that
yeah,
servitor.
fancy.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, no, you just swing at it, but you miss.
Fate point reroll.
Does everyone in the party have 2
Hey,
fate
you go.
points?
Hitting it in the head.
Isn't that a
Yeah.
I have
primitive
2
weapon?
left.
I have.
It
I
is
have
a
plenty
primitive.
of-
It is, unless, yeah, I think it is a primitive weapon. So this will be interesting
he
to see if
was-
you actually hurt it.
Oh.
Wait, to roll damage, not to
sorry.
hit, darling. There you go. 9.
Yeah, no.
No. You cleave into it, and your sword. You see like a small crack beginning to form in your sword. It's not gonna like break anytime soon. It's just that's how little effect you had on the servitor. If anything, it damaged your sword.
Yeah, probably like sheath the blade up.
Yeah, it caused some very minor damage.
I can
Teresa,
try-
Alright. One in front of me, I suppose. I'll fucking take that.
It is now in melee with you. But if you're using a pistol, so it just means you don't get any range modifiers.
Alright, and semi-auto would be 20, right?
10.
Alright, 10.
Full auto is 20.
Alright.
Hey, you hit twice.
Hey.
Yay!
Righteous Fury.
Okay, and real quick, I'll do this. Okay, well, Righteous Fury hits.
Yeah, the Righteous Fury hits. So roll to hit again with a +10.
Oh.
No.
Doesn't go off. But the Servitor does look somewhat slowed.
Okay.
Speaking of Servitors, this one runs up next to you, Mordecai. This one
Mordecai,
charges into
I'll
you.
remember
Jacob.
you. Oh wait, he's fine? Oh god.
This one, they really don't like the servo skulls, so this one's going to charge into T7.
No!
Can I play dead?
My baby!
You can if you want, but you should be aware that may or may not stop a Servitor from trying to rip your limbs off.
I was hoping that would last longer.
They will finance a Freddy view.
Anyway, so starting from the Servitor on Daggett and working our way across. So the one against you, Daggett, misses horribly. Couldn't have missed harder. The one against you, Teresa, doesn't miss horribly.
Dodge?
Yeah, I'd highly recommend dodging.
You fail.
I'm fating that.
Yeah, you might want
Yes.
even
Go,
though
go!
your armor itself is actually no, it's hitting you in the leg. Never mind.
Yeah.
No.
Oh god.
Yeah, so
They're going to kill us with
I
servitors.
kind of thought you guys would have this handled, but instead not.
No!
No!
You,
They
You
have
should know by now.
armor and we have primitive weaponry. We ain't dealing with this shit.
I mean,
Oh, Jesus. So, how much damage does that do to you, Teresa? Your toughness is what, 3? So I think that takes you down 18 wounds.
Yeah, either way. That's... Yeah, I'm probably down.
you can use a fate point to regain 5 wounds.
When it's your next turn, yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
By
How
how
down is the
much?
question.
Well, as a total, because I also spent my XP on Sound Constitution.
Well, you're only on -3, so you are stunned. You halve all your movement for 1d5 rounds, and you take a level of fatigue. So you don't fall down. You just kind of like swirling a bit, just like shit. Ow! I think
Actually,
basically
your leg is
donkey punched
broken.
you in the leg.
This is horrible.
This thing is gonna kill me if it hits me again. I just know it.
Yeah, and it charged you. It's +20.
Dodge.
Roll a 1d5, please.
Which one's that?
Yeah, there you go. It's not going to hurt you that much.
Wait, that was the one at me? Oh, thank god. Wait, where did it hit?
It hit you in the body.
Oh, thank fuck. I still have health.
Then, yeah.
Oh god.
Okay. So the 2 on you, Mordecai. The one that's just hasn't charged, well, the one that didn't charge you, is now ganging up on you. But he misses horribly. The other one did charge and is ganging up. And does hit you.
Wow, polar opposites.
Polar opposites. Dealing
Yeah,
16.
you know what? I'm just fucking dead.
No, just like
You're not
I'm
dead, but you are out cold.
It's
No,
hitting you in the
he's
leg.
beyond -10.
Oh.
Yeah.
So whatever your
Yeah.
toughness is 42. Fuck me. Yeah. So you sponge 4. Yeah, that takes you down to -13, and unless you burn a fate point, you die.
Oh, that's a point. I've been forgetting to add my toughness to everything.
Yeah,
Jesus,
you know what?
I'm
I
an
think
idiot.
I'm tempted to say just. Yeah,
Come on.
I'm tempted to say just I'm done with this because this is absurd. This is just getting absurd.
The dice
And
don't
these
like
should
us.
be-
We have to keep trying.
This should. You keep saying this is supposed to be easy stuff, but you keep getting brutally murdered every dang time.
To be
What the
fair,
hell?
The last time we were brutally murdered, it was because of our own stupidity.
This time we're just
This
failing.
time is just overwhelming.
I
Retreating
yeah,
would be a
whatever.
good idea, basically.
No. Honestly, I think I'm actually debating letting my guy die and just stopping because this isn't fun anymore.
Your choice.
What the fuck? Whatever, I'm gonna burn a fate point.
I can't stop you from making your own decisions, mate.
Whatever, I'm gonna burn a fate point for now, but I think I'm just going to be unconscious until next session because I'm just frustrated.
Okay, that's how you want to be.
All right, see you next session. Whatever, bye.
Okay. The ones facing off against the servo skull, they're pretty much negated by the fact that it's puny. Yeah, no. Yeah.
I may loot this person now.
Yeah.
Can you wait until after everything's dead?
Yes.
Yeah, no, they all miss.
Well, it depends
Yeah,
on who
Mordecai
dies
goes
first.
unconscious. I'll just remove him from the turn order. Yeah, Gala, do you want to give any specific orders to T7? It's kind of in a bit of a rut right now, because it's trying to help, but it seems to be failing, and it's trying to basically imply to you that it's not built for melee, it's built for shooting.
Yeah, I'm going to tell it to retreat to a safe distance.
Self-destruct sequence X500958.
Shut up. Yeah, I'm telling this guy to retreat to a safe distance, light them up.
Right. Okay. So effectively, what it's going to do is it's going to disengage,
Can
and
it just
next turn
move
it will try and shoot
upwards?
as much as possible.
How big is the building? Can it just move upwards, just look down?
It wouldn't be able to do that with the servitors. Wouldn't be able to reach up and pull it down, and probably cause a lot of damage. To
Okay, so it's not that big of a building. Noted. So yeah.
Gala, speaking of which, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this test again. I really wanna shut them off because I know we're gonna die. Any bonuses this time? Bonuses?
Because you've been thinking really long and hard about it, I'll give you a +10.
Yay!
Do not roll a 90.
Fucking hell!
Rolled a 73 instead. Yeah, again, your skills isn't with telling a servitor to deactivate. Your skills are with putting them together, basically.
Hey, do you have any skill? Do you have any fate points left?
I have one. I have one.
I'd say use it on your next time.
Remember, using it does not mean burning it.
I
You
know.
do get that one.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but you might save us all from the combat if you succeed.
Yeah.
So, should I use it now and reroll, or wait till next time and
No.
get a plus?
You
Wait
10?
can use you can use it now and reroll.
Yeah, but I won't get the +10, and I'm pretty sure I need.
No, you get
You
the,
can
get
either
the exact same
reroll it with the
modifiers.
fate point, or give yourself a +10 next turn.
What should I do, guys?
Do next turn. We can probably survive one more combat round.
Maybe.
Yeah, go ahead. If I die, I die.
Yeah, and I'm going to disengage and retreat as well.
Okay.
Disengage is a half.
How far can I move?
It's your half move.
Oh, so
Effectively, you move to there, basically. Bit lower. There. There you go.
Halfway. There we go.
There you go. Jacob, you notice Mordecai just basically goes unconscious. These two servitors just sort of watch him fall down and then turn and look at you.
Well, if I'm lucky, one directly in front of me. Yes!
Let me do my little opposed thing.
You know what the funny part is? I could have probably shut them all down if you guys, if Mordecai let me think for 5 seconds. I probably could
Is the shuttle still open? Because I'm going to start sprinting out the door. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, you can run outside if you want.
Actually,
well, it'd be a half move, so you could get to just outside of the door or in the doorway even.
Happened? My browser closed. 1 second. This is why I have spare browsers open. starts running out the door. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
So whilst you're doing that,
I think we all should
Daggett.
I suggest you all do the same.
Fucking arbitrator.
The arbitrator is saying, fuck this shit, let's get out of here.
I'm gonna.
Don't forget to bring the lifeless corpse with you.
Which one? The metal one, the fleshy one?
The fleshy one.
Yeah, I may want to turn into a combat servitor later.
Yeah, I'm gonna sprint out that door.
Okay. So you sprint out, which does entitle it to an attack of opportunity. Does hit you.
You can't dodge when he's attack of opportunity, right?
No.
Ooh.
Ow!
You're a bit busy fleeing to really,
I like to imagine he gets hit and he's like skids all the way.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
That's how he ran. He turned the
So
servitor.
it's
punched
hitting
him
you in the leg. So as you're like running, it effectively like grabs one of your legs as they're in the air and just like punches the back of it before like letting go.
So toughness is 3. That's doing.
16, Jesus Christ.
You backflip out there.
I think
You're
he's
going to.
my fucking leg off.
Rips your leg off.
I'm at
Good news.
-3
If
now.
if we survive again to my next round, I can carry you to the shuttle.
Yeah. Literally, the blow breaks the target's leg, leaving him stunned for 1 round and halving all movement for 1d5 rounds.
I'm
So
sorry.
able
you
to take
do
level
have,
of fatigue.
I kind of like slid out the door.
Yeah,
He
you
just
pretty much
slid
did just
into the door.
slide out. Just slid out of this building, basically.
Like a baseball dive.
We may die.
You notice your party is fleeing. One of
After
which
the
has just been
arbiter
punched in the
came
leg and has basically more or less got thrown out of the building rather than running out of it.
My fucking calf did a 360 after he hit it.
Roll agility, see if your own leg kicks you in the stomach.
This is
Nah,
my
that's
guardsman special
ridiculous.
force training kicking.
But yeah, Teresa, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm already kind of, well, not quite dead, but dying. So, fuck it. I'm gonna martyr, and I'm gonna just shoot this fucker in front of me, and I will fucking kill him. I swear to God.
If I live past this round,
Alright.
I pray to some
Semi-auto.
god.
Yep, you're at plus 10 to
I swear, if all the servitors
Fate.
decide to just like
Jeez.
surround the tech priest.
I'm fading that.
I have 3
I-
servitors on my ass, and most of them want my servo skull.
All 3 of them want your servo skull.
Emperor, forgive me.
Yeah, unfortunately this servitor doesn't believe in the Emperor, he believes in the Omnissiah.
Like he should. Like he should.
To be fair, it's kind of hard coded in.
Yeah.
Like
He doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, so these servitors, all 3 of them proceed to go after I almost called him K7, he's T7.
no.
All 3 of them run after him.
I'm disappointed it's not called K9.
No.
Shut
I
up
mean,
with
if
your
he were,
dog.
if it's a skull with the shape of a dog, I would have named him K9.
Okay, so only one of them actually managed to
Can he
hit
dodge?
T7. You bet your flying ass T7
They're
can
actually
dodge.
very good at
50%
dodging.
chance. No, he
Use a
can't.
fate point. Use a fate point.
Unfortunately, servo skulls don't count as something that has a fate point.
It doesn't have a fate.
Du- 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 du.
Don't play on servo skulls.
He takes 14. Servo skulls, they have a soak of 5.
He
Takes
breaks.
9 wounds. He only has 5 wounds. Your servo skull gets punched out of the air and it gets flung into a wall and it's just in bits. Very dead.
No.
Very broken and very dead.
If you find a way to convert them all to our side right now, that would be great.
Yeah.
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 I've been
This servitor
trying.
proceeds to chase after you.
Oh god!
The one, the one against you, Teresa. I rolled dodge for some reason instead of its fucking weapon skill. There we go.
I like that.
Oh,
I like
Jesus
that. Oh god
Christ.
damn it!
It's hitting you in the arm. Do you want to try
I can't-
and dodge?
Yeah, I'm gonna try, but I'm going to fail. I know I will.
We lost the we lost the most important member of
I'm
our
dead.
team.
I am dead.
We're surrounded by assholes.
Unless you want to burn and live, like Mordecai did.
I mean, you have 3.
I'll burn one.
Okay.
Like me, you have more fate points than most other people ever see.
I have 2.
Yeah. Okay. So you burn a fate point. I think you have pure faith, which might do something where you don't go unconscious.
Let's see. No, pure faith just makes me immune to demonic presence, and I can avoid making a fear test against insanity and corruption by spending a fate point.
Nice.
And I can burn a fate point to resist the effects of any demonic or psychic attack.
All right. Okay. So you go unconscious, which is enough to make the servitor not want to continue attacking you. I mean, hey, at least you're not dead. And that's all the servitors can do. Gala,
I'm
your
using.
server skull just got smashed.
I'm using. Can I get bonuses for seeing like my only true friend getting killed? Because I'm gonna shut down these servitors.
Primal Rage!
No.
Also, don't forget to use your fate point.
Yeah, I pre-fate point this. I get plus 10.
This is your one chance.
This is my one chance to save everybody.
So I'm giving you a plus 20 as well.
Yes!
Oh,
Yes, thank God.
my God.
You would know that utility servitors, they do have a kill command for in the off chance that they go completely apeshit and start trying to kill people. You would know that just basically, more or less chanting, what was it?
Litanies.
Pretty much chanting the rite of kill switching effectively turns them off.
Yeah, I started chanting that immediately in binary.
Yeah, so all the servitors, they proceed to look at you for a moment, and then they just sort of like lean forwards a bit, and then just cease to function.
As soon as they do, I pull out my knife, go to the 3 around my little pet, and just cut out the most important part of the servitor. Just making sure they don't come back on.
Just like completely cutting out the central processing unit of each
Pretty
one.
much just severing the spinal connection, and then I go pick up my serval skull or the remains of it.
Yeah, there are quite a few pieces of it.
Anyone got a med kit? We got a guy who's got like a mushy sausage for a leg over here.
I got a broken arm and a broken leg. So.
I have a broken skull.
I'm gonna inject.
Yes, but it's not yours.
I pick at the remains of my serval skull and just kind of put it in a bag and say a small prayer over it, and I go check on the others.
Just
Mordecai is like lying on the ground, very, very shallowly breathing. Several bruised and possibly broken limbs on him. Likewise with Teresa.
Sad part is I don't even have basic Medicaid to fix you guys, even though I've helped put together several servitors. Can I roll like intelligence just like for something to help them?
You can roll intelligence to staunch blood loss, but fixing broken bones isn't something you know how to do.
I'll roll intelligence, see if I can just stop the blood loss for them.
No one's bleeding though. Everyone's just been punched.
Yeah.
Everyone's bones are just broken, basically.
Yeah,
I'll be back in a sec, guys.
Okay.
Hey, Josh, did you pull me back in the room?
Yeah, I pull you back in out of the nuclear wasteland and just pass you my flask of Amsec.
I continue to just cut the main wires of the servitor to make sure they can be fixed later, but they're broken.
Does anyone have a combead on them? Because I feel like calling.
Yeah, and I radio in the Skitari telling them that we cleared out the main area, but we have wounded.
Yes, that would work. Sadly, you don't have their number. You'd have to go back to the shuttle and contact them via that.
Well, fine, I do that instead. Hell.
Even if you did have their number, think about it. You're several kilometers away from them. I'm afraid your microbead might as well be a potato.
That's just.
So yeah, I go to the shuttle and just tell them we cleared out the main area, but we have wounded, need medical attention.
there is 3 seriously wounded, 1 moderately wounded, and then the tech priest who's distraught over the loss of his new skull.
I'm fine. I took no damage, but I took emotional damage.
Yeah.
Is there any way for me to fix
Sorry,
T7?
the tech priest took emotional damage.
So Geller, you get a response of affirmative. Team en route. ETA 7 minutes. Chirurgeon included.
Okay, I just tell everyone.
Basically, they're sending what Geller aims to be with them.
Yeah, I just tell the
It
others
is, you
just
can
to
medic
take
next
20
next.
as I just look over my service roll, very upset, wondering if I can somehow put them back together.
I mean, I have 3
yeah.
doses of stim here, so I could get them combat
It's
ready.
better if they're asleep, because then they don't feel the pain.
No, stim is just pure painkillers and adrenaline. They won't feel a damn thing.
Stim
Jam back.
basically, its in-game function is to negate critical effects for a while, but I think it does something negative after a time.
Like, you get
I'm not
real
sure.
tired
10
afterwards.
rounds, and then you get 1 level of fatigue and minus
So-
20 to a couple of
So
things
if
for
you
now.
use it like before you go into combat, you're fine. But after that, it's just like for RP
Oh
reasons,
no,
don't do it.
it's a hard vacuum to fucking inject yourself with it.
Yeah. Is there a way for me to put together T7?
Roll me
Rebuild
roll me
you.
a common law tech with no modifiers.
No, I thought it'd be intelligence.
No.
Yes, I passed.
Hey. With a lot of time, a lot of prayer, and basically somewhere where you're actually going to be able to put the thing together, like a
Forge
probably a
world for some
minor
reason.
forge or a small laboratory of some kind with the right tools and patience and time, you could potentially put him back together.
Just pick up the pieces and put him in like one of my bags and just.
Oh, okay,
So-
Varno's gone permanently.
I was about to say,
What a dick.
Yeah, he's just screw you all, goodbye. What a dick.
it's like after
Yeah,
you
and now
saved his
that
ass
he's
too,
gone,
and he's gone.
now that he's gone, by the way, he tried metagaming every single time by buffing the wrong characteristic. For example, he has 42 toughness without buying a single toughness advance. And he's from a Imperial world, and his thing doesn't give. Well, his thing does give him toughness, but he didn't roll 38 for his toughness. I can
Wait,
tell
wait.
you that.
He left the Skype group altogether.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's,
he's left.
Oh.
He's left.
Oh,
Yeah,
then I'm
so-
definitely turning his ass
Yeah,
into,
so,
a, into a
yeah.
can we
servitor.
just
being
loot his
unconscious,
now
basically
corpse?
Mordecai's dead.
No, wait, don't kill him. I want to make him into a servitor.
No, he's dead. Like,
Oh.
Mordecai wakes up for a brief moment, coughs up blood, and says, "Screw you all," and then dies.
Fuck you
Well, I'm
guys.
looting him. I'm looting
you
his ass
guys,
then.
guys. Yeah, but pretty much
So,
his guardsman character was complete bullshit because he had buff stats that didn't make sense, like having 50 ballistic skill at like rank 1. And
Okay,
his character was
50
fucked.
ballistic skill at rank
Oh.
1 for a guardsman is possible if he rolled an actual 2 10s.
Yeah, but the thing is he didn't roll it in the game. He rolled it outside, so I have no
Right.
idea
True.
where his stats came from.
Right, because he
True.
was going on about his scores, and he was like, "Well, I rolled them on my own, with real dice."
Like-
And
Yeah,
I was like-
which heavily implies that he cheated. So if
Unless
anything,
you record
he
yourself
lost
and
the cheat.
sent it to the fucking GM live somehow. No. Just
Yeah.
no.
I mean, when you look at a
So-
couple of my scores, they look bullshit, and then you realize I've got things like 26s, 29s, and a 27.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I have no beef with your guy, because like you may have 40s, but you also have 20s.
yeah.
I would have tried to inspire you all guys with the singing bit, but my singing is just terrible because my fellowship sucks.
So yeah, I'm just.
Oh,
going
you think
to-
your fellowship sucks?
My fellowship is 27.
Oh, brother, we are both
You're
fellowship
both
27.
Hold on.
Anyway,
Oh,
anyway,
What do
I'm
you
gonna
need to make
give
a
us an
servitor?
inspirational speech.
What do you need to make a servitor? What parts of the human body need to stay intact?
Hey guys, I just succeeded with that inspirational speech.
too late
Skeleton
now.
and a semi-functional brain.
Well, if the brain is still
semi-functional
working.
brain and the skeleton, basically.
Well, the
Um,
brain's working, so I can turn into a servitor later.
The problem is his brain is dead, so
Aw.
So
I don't really know how that's going to work. I mean, technically, servitors are brain dead anyway, but they still kind of need the brain to be alive
Well,
so that they
pretty
can
sure we could just
understand
kinda
what's going on.
jump it back to life.
servitors have basically all their higher functions completely wiped. It's the lower functions.
It's just
Uh,
hi.
anyway,
That being said, just
Well-
like poking around, what's on his character sheet? Let's
Yeah,
split up his
let's
goodies.
loot him.
I don't know how much money he had because his character sheet isn't there anymore.
Oh.
But apart from that, he basically had the basic scum gear. So he had an auto gun. He had an auto pistol with, I believe, 10 bullets in it. He had He had a club, a knife, a quilted vest, and streetwear.
Can I take his auto pistol?
I wanted the
I was
auto.
about to ask, can I take the auto pistol? Because all I've got is a fucking shotgun.
Okay, I
I'll
see.
I've
let
got-
you take the auto
I've
pistol.
got
your
I
last.
technically have only a
And-
laser pistol. So-
And I am planning on buying a giant fuck-off shield where we can all hide behind.
Well, we can.
So-
Yeah. So
Wait a second. Are you Reinhardt?
yes, he's Reinhardt.
Reinhardt online.
He's Reinhardt the Psyker. Even though none of us know that he's a Psyker.
You've seen
Teresa's gonna
See,
Teresa's
nothing
gonna hate your guys so much.
How many
That-
bullets does he have in that his auto gun?
His auto gun had a full clip.
All right, I'm gonna take that full clip if you guys don't mind.
Okay. Can I take the auto gun itself
You can
then?
have. I was gonna take the auto gun.
Oh,
then, well,
okay. You can have it then. Hell.
Yeah.
Well, it's an empty auto gun, but yeah, you guys have fun with that.
Yeah, but I'd rather
I would
have
like to
that.
say, I would like to
and
say how
not just have laser
Teresa.
pistols.
Teresa, technically, you can't take anything. You're unconscious.
Well, yeah.
all
Fair
right.
enough.
You're having a power nap at the moment.
I kind of scoot the auto gun next to her and just kind of let her snuggle it.
just snuggles the empty auto gun.
He had some body armor on him. You said.
Quilted vest.
He had a quilted vest. It's AP2 to the chest, but it's also primitive, so it's protection, but it's not very good protection.
It's better than my nothing.
If he was a scum, he'll start off with the basic scum funds, and I just say we split that among the party.
I think he had like 8 gelt.
Oh.
I think all of you have
What the
about.
hell did he buy then?
No,
He
he's
didn't buy
scum.
anything. He literally just had really shit income.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
He
was
literally he rolled the lowest possible for a scum.
Okay.
He would have over 10. I think he had like 12.
12.
12 or 13.
Split-
An awkward.
So
number.
split evenly amongst us. That's 3 extra thrones. That's not bad. It brings me to 71 throne guild. I need him 4 more for shield. God damn.
Technically, motherfucker. So yeah, we just loot his corpse, and
Alright,
I
I'm gonna
just
take his vest.
okay. I imagine he was
See
yeah.
my vest. See my vest.
This seriously just reminds me of a scene in Gamers where it's like one of their party members dies and they give this really inspiring funeral speech. I got dibs on his boots. I get his sword.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Does anyone want
I go like prop his
Yeah.
corpse up against a wall somewhere. Just
Yeah.
meh.
So are you guys gonna wait until some Skitari show up,
Oh,
or
hell
are you
yeah.
just gonna?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
I
on
was gonna say it's a
Overwatch.
very good idea that you do wait for some Skitari
I
to
am
show
on
up. 'cause Otherwise,
Overwatch
you're
right
fucked.
now. Since I'm fine, I'm just on Overwatch with the door with my las gun ready. It's anything comes out, I'm lighting it up.
Yeah.
Hey, does he have anything? Does he still have anything on him?
Nope, we took everything that was useful.
So
He has
there's,
a
bas-
has
there's
some
basically
old
just a
faulty
naked
clothing.
Mordecai in the room. So
No, leave his clothing.
We left with
it's not
clothes
even
on. We
fucking
just
worth
took
guilt.
everything else.
He
I
has
took
a-
his vest off, so
He has a club.
he's shirtless.
He has a club and he has his poor quality street clothes.
I'll take the club and a knife. I'm just going to sell both of those when I get back to town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Okay. So a few moments later, in walks a tech priest of some kind, with some mechadendrites coming off his back. Accompanying him are several Skitari. I'm just gonna throw a few of them out there. Let's say 4. 4 is a good number.
That seems like overkill. I like it.
Exactly. 4 Skitari. I mean, what do you mean that's
We're
broken?
not
They only
worthy.
have guns that do 1d10 plus 4 damage, 10-7. I mean, sheesh. Anyway, the tech priest just looks around at all of you, and looks at you, Geller, and just utters the word in low Gothic, not low Gothic, binary. Casualties.
2. I adjusted to. I
I was gonna
adjusted to the
say,
flesh
you
bag.
say 2 because he will count T7 as a casualty.
Yes. So I adjusted to the flesh bag and to I actually kind of show him the remains of T7. Very heartbroken.
He looks over at Mordecai, shrugs, looks over at T7, runs over, proceeds to like get out a small toolkit and just starts immediately like getting ready to repair him, and then he like looks at his tools for a moment and then looks at the rest of the party that's injured and then just goes,
Oh,
my medical
yeah, that's
duty
right.
dictates that I heal people first. So he just leaves his toolkit there and then kind of gives you a look of, do you want to like give it a go?
I'll. I don't have fate point. What?
And he doesn't stay for your answer. He just immediately walks up to each member of the party. Aside from Teresa, no, he does go over to Teresa, but he doesn't ask the question of how badly are you hurt?
Yeah.
What are your injuries?
I would have told him that several broken limbs on the Teresa.
Yeah,
and
he's
the other one.
asking Jacob Daggett, and when Teresa wakes up, Teresa.
Several broken ribs, internal bruising, probably cracked sternum.
He just looks at you. His mechadendrites start coming over his shoulders and begin to like inject you with a variety of drugs. So pretty much, as long as I don't roll a natural 100, you'll heal by a lot. There you go, 80. So you heal 2 from degrees of success, and then you heal. I believe excellent physicians have an intelligence of 6, so you heal 8 wounds.
Wait,
Yeah, I'm fine.
would I got any bonus if I try with the toolkit?
If you try with the toolkit, you get a plus 20.
Oh,
Which-
then I would have passed then with
Repairs it.
yeah.
You repair it enough where T7's not going to be active for a while.
Understandable.
But
But it's in
he is
one
broken.
piece.
He just needs charging.
I
Daggett, he walks up to you. He
I
like
wave
gets ready.
him off and point at Sister Teresa. She
He-
obviously needs more
yeah.
help than I do.
He like looks over at Teresa, and then like as he's looking over, you notice a sneaky mechadendrite has like gone over to your leg and injected you with something. You heal. Christ, you heal 12.
You're fine.
I took no.
Take a bit.
Oh god.
He then walks over to Teresa. Teresa, you heal 9, and you're no longer unconscious.
You know,
I
unlike in this, people get healed, but last time we played Captain, every time
Yeah.
I got healed by 1 or 2. I never got like
or were injured instead.
or it's
Or injured instead.
That
yeah.
was my personal
Yeah.
favorite.
I could never get healed. Every time someone tried to fix me, like, you heal 1 wound, you heal 5 wounds. That's it. Like, what the fuck? Everyone else get healed. I was seeing most of the leg work. I'm sad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think my leg is basically completely mended. It just hurts a bit now. I'm back up to 9 wounds.
Yeah, you've got a very, very, very minor limp. Almost unnoticeable.
Could I use someone to scrap?
Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, chicks and scars. Oh wait, we weren't actually punctured with anything.
If you want, I could give you a scar. Hold up a knife.
I don't think they dig bruises. I think being bruised kind of makes you look like a pussy.
Yeah, I gotta scar you up. Like
Yeah.
one across the.
I'm good. I have a giant one on my head.
Yeah, exactly. The chirurgeon then just, after he's done healing you all, he just goes over to these plants and starts like looking them over and just sort of cautiously and curiously begins to like look them over a little bit. Meanwhile, the Skitari, you notice, like basically kick several doors in, and all you hear is just several like buzzes in binary. Geller, you hear a freeze, deactivate your servitors, and then followed by the sounds of metal hitting metal, the revving of several chainswords, the discharge of several different las weapons going off, followed by a very audible sort of like shriek of pain.
I just shake my head. They will never understand.
My character
the
just
might
like
of the Skitari.
lies on his side. Yeah, it's like the trenches all over again.
Yeah. And eventually, so after not too much time has passed, but you see one of the Skitari coming back out. He doesn't look He looks fine. He looks like he barely got hit by anything. His armor may look a bit dented here and there, but he looks absolutely fine. He then shouts over to the tech priest and Geller in binary, saying, "All hostiles killed, offender caught, ready for your interrogation." He's saying this specifically to the Chirurgeon, but he understands, Geller, that you'll be able to understand as well. So he sort of glances at you as if like, yeah, I know you can understand. What of it?
I just shrug. Oh, okay, hell. Hey, I know.
Arbitrator senses tinkling. Did someone say interrogation?
You know
If anything,
nothing.
you hear some buzzing, which sounds like. Bzz, bzz.
Bzz, bzz, bzz.
Good times.
I'm gonna ask if he wants our arbitrator to assist him in any way. Right?
He looks over at you and just goes, Arbite? Oh yeah, that guy I healed. And he sort of thinks for a moment. And as he's thinking, he's walking towards the door and then walks through the door.
I shrug. I'm just gonna follow because I want to see what's in there. I hate having this giant black spot. I want to see.
I hate this giant black spot. Yeah.
Sure. So there's an empty room there,
Where's
just
the
for
other-
reference, in case anyone wanted to go into the side room.
Hey, there's a side room. That seems safe.
Yeah, and then in here.
Wow, we would have got murder fucked in here.
We would have been murder fucked. This sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
You see one servitor that's just sort of stood there. It looks significantly different to the others. The others are sort of like, stained a bit and are just sort of typical utility servitors. However, the inactive servitor at the back, he looks like the kind of servitor you'd see in the retinue of a much higher class of tech priest. So maybe a Magos or a Cyberseer.
Can I roll anything? Because I looked at the Cyberseer notes and shit. Can I roll anything to see if I know that this is a Cyberseer's personal servitor?
You can roll me a common law machine cult at +10.
No, I know nothing.
No,
I am the
it's a
law.
servitor.
I just shrug.
You understand and come to the consensus that yes, this is indeed a servitor.
Yes, indeed. This is a
Oh.
servitor of the Mechanicus variety.
Well, while they're doing the interrogation part, I'm looking over at these notes on the table, kind of wondering what the hell they are, or data slates, really.
Yeah, they are data slates. I said last session that all of them count as that.
Yeah,
Who here can read?
I
I
can't.
think everyone can.
Now,
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's new.
But yeah, on the data slate, Connor, because I assume once I read this out, I assume you're then going to translate it over to the other members of the party. It says, Plex, you're doing the Omnissiah's work by eradicating your brothers and sisters, and even your master. When I ascend to Magos, I'll be sure to reward you in full for your cooperation with me. I hope the new facility is suiting your work well, and that the synthesized, re-engineered nanocybers blood decontamination unit will deal with the current pretender. I've set up the biological samples in your lab to hide the work you do from onlookers, as well as a full supply of servitors to assist you. You need not worry about the Skitari. I have misled them into thinking a rogue servitor has gone haywire and is killing all it sees. They believe me as I am their Magos errant. Continue your divine work, brother, and I will reward you with riches beyond your dreams. Signed, Magos errant Karor.
I shake my head at this. I copy over the data onto my personal data slate, and I go hand it over to whoever the leader is, either the Skitari or the
head Skitari of the group.
either the Skitari
Unfortunately,
or
they
the
all seem to be the same class of Skitari. I guess you hand it over to the tech priest.
yes.
Yeah, he takes it and looks at it and just sort of mutters under his breath, "Kara, you traitorous vermin."
I'm looking at Plex. I just feel like I just want to kill him now. Like, you betrayed us.
Yeah.
Sorry, 1 second. Does he say this in low Gothic?
Yeah,
Or
he says
in-
this in low Gothic.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Traitor? Who said traitor?
I said
He looks at you and then looks at Geller and just sort of gives you a look of, "Can you deal with this?"
I nod and like, come with me, arbitrator.
Oh,
I just look
Content
really
creator.
uncomfortable when they say trouble.
Sister, come with me.
As for dealing with Plex, effectively they haven't interrogated him or they haven't started. They've literally injected him with something that's basically put him into a coma-like state. You can probably guess what they're going to do with him, if I'm not suggesting it enough. I'm not suggesting what their plans are for Reclamator Plex. It should be fairly obvious.
I'm looking at it too. I want to help at this point.
Yeah. He then, in binary, orders the Skitarii to basically drag him off. You can tell that Plex looks heavily injured. There are several las burns all across his body. He even has a very nasty gash going along the top right of his chest all the way down to the lower left side. And he's dragged off by the Skitarii. The tech priest then just looks at you, Gela, and says, the head of security in District 38T has said that you are assisting in the investigation, so I assume you would like to stay around here and have a look around at whatever's going on here.
Yeah.
Of course.
As for personal effects, well, he then just basically hands you what would appear to be all of the gear that this Reclamator had. He had a chain knife, he had a Fury Assault las pistol with a spare charge pack, so he had 60 shots for it. He had 15 thrown gelts, said data slate that you have already picked up and read, and a combi tool.
Okay. Can you put that in chat so we can either divide it up or so I can either steal it for myself?
Sure.
I won't steal. I'm not that much of an asshole.
While I would love the chain knife, there is no way I can use it in my current state.
None of us can use it, but I still want to keep it.
Yeah, keep it for later.
Yeah.
Forge World.
Oh, why did I not pick up Laz basic training?
I'm taking that
As still the shots.
Fury.
I'll take the gelt.
I was about to
I
say,
think we divide
I'll
the
take the
gelt.
Damn it.
We can
I
divide.
already have an auto gun. Someone else can have the las pistol.
I call
Oh,
dibs.
yeah.
Yeah,
Fury,
someone who
the
can
Fury
use
Assault las pistol is basically a Palatine with more ammo, and it can full auto.
Yeah, I want that.
But I can make you a Palatine.
Yeah, but this isn't a Palatine. This is a Fury Assault las pistol.
Yeah,
Its sole use is for Imperial commanders to basically mow down orcs.
Oh, but I want it so badly.
I'll pass on my throne gelt.
Okay, so 15 divided by 3. Yay!
Fine.
You would
Take,
get 5 thrown.
I want the gun, but
I can
take
now,
it then.
I can now afford what I want if I can ever find it.
No, I have a feeling I know what you want. And shoot the birds already.
I want a shield.
I want the monkey though.
That's what. I want a shield. I now have the funds to buy a shield. I can now be a proper arbitrator with a giant shield and stick.
That was a las pistol, right?
Yeah.
It's a Fury Assault las pistol.
Alright.
So it pretty much has everything a las pistol normally has, but it has a fire rate of 2/5 and its range is 20 meters. Other than that, it's just a carbon copy of a las pistol.
Just better.
Where the hell is
So yes, it's better. A lot better.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
I'm taking the chain knife then. Hell, someone's taking the fucking.
Yeah, hold on to the chain knife.
You also get the combi tool.
I'm just selling that, or unless you can track it back somehow.
No, you're
I mean, the combi
take
tool
the
is also
combi tool.
useful for security and various other things, but yeah, it's better on
It
you.
basically acts as a utility mechadendrite without having a utility mechadendrite rammed into your back.
Oh right. A combi tool. For some reason, I would think of combi, the stuff we have.
No, he does have a combi, but it's
Yeah, I was
kind
gonna
of
say,
it's kind of smashed.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, before the game even started, you wanted to buy one of those.
Oh,
Take the
I know. My brain is thinking, wait, why did they say it's important? Oh, right, it's a combi tool. I'm keeping that on me no matter what.
I'll be right back when you hit the bathroom.
Okay.
But yeah, once the Skitarii have dragged him out back to the shuttle that they took, to get here. I assume the rest of you go on the shuttle as well.
Yeah.
Is there anything important here that we may want or should investigate?
Looking around the room, it's fairly barren. This seems to be the kind you would recognize this room, Geller. This is the type of place where you do servitor maintenance. There is an inactive servitor that looks kind of weird.
What are they going to do with the other servitors that we deactivated, or I deactivated?
Well, I
Probably
believe you
reprogram?
I believe you effectively destroyed them all.
No. I just severed apart. They're still working. They're still fine. You just need to replace one.
I believe
part
your
of it.
exact words were, "I'm severing them so that they can't work ever again."
No, it says so they
He
can't work
severed
for
the three
now.
of them.
But okay, fine.
He
we can
severed the
roll.
3 of them around the server skull, so there's only 3 that are permanently destroyed.
Yes, the other ones are still need a part to replace.
Either way, it's kind of like touching a Chaos Space Marines bolter at this point.
Aw. I'm going to look over.
I'm gonna touch it. Don't you go touch it.
I'm looking over the strange servitor. Then I'm looking that over.
Sure. Can you give me a tech use?
Okay. Plus 10 now with my combi tool.
I think Combi Tool gives you 20, isn't it?
If it's 20, then yeah.
Either way, you're not modifying anything. You're just identifying stuff, so it wouldn't come in handy here.
Okay, so flat. I know nothing.
No. Looking it over, it's a fairly basic servitor. Its monotask would have been, go here, fetch this, bring it back.
Nothing. Oh, yeah, I see nothing then. Fuck!
Rest of party, you're welcome to make -10 awareness tests on the thing if you wanna.
Yes! I'm going to do it!
Sorry, what was the
Hey, I mean, it's
modifier
possible.
witness?
What now?
We're looking
Was the
over the
modifier-
servitor.
I know nothing!
Guys,
You're
what was
all-
the
You're all welcome to make a -10 awareness to look at this servitor.
How?
basically, and see if you can figure out.
Teresa was somewhat useful now.
Jesus Christ, no.
Oh fuck.
Two of the party was better at this than you were.
Yeah. Teresa, looking over this servitor, you're not entirely used to looking at servitors. However, since you failed the least, and you didn't fail by 2 degrees or more, you do notice that one of its arms appears to have been modified slightly. You can't identify how or what the modification is. It's just its arm it looks
This
off
arm looks weird.
or different.
I'll point that out to Gela.
Oh, then I go look at that arm again.
Yeah.
By the
Well,
way, I have to ask, that auto gun, was there anything special on it?
Nope, it was just
No.
a standard issue.
Just a plain old autogun.
Alright.
Yeah,
Gilly, you can give me a tech use with +10, +20 from your combi tool. It's plus
So-
30.
Yay, plus 30. If I fail this, I will murder someone. How?
It's like the murdering stuff.
How?
Effectively, yeah, you begin to tinker with its arm, but you can't, like, whatever the modification is, it's heavily encrypted, and the servitor is just, without it even being active, it's not letting you do anything.
This is like if 4chan played Dark Heresy.
How?
Pretty much exactly.
I get- Okay, is it deactive? Oh, fuck. I guess
It
I'll
is
just...
deactivated.
I would say,
You
let's
have
take it
one
with us.
job.
But I think walking around with a servitor in... Yeah, I don't think that'd be a good
Not to
idea.
mention how you'd be pushing a servitor, and pushing a servitor is a lot harder than you think it is.
Unfortunately, you said, let me rewrite the code, but no, I don't trust myself now. I don't trust myself today to do anything.
No one
technology.
trusts you.
I don't think anyone trusts anyone, or even themselves, after all these shit rolls.
No.
Oh, no,
But
I
anyway.
saved myself.
So what's the plan once you've tried tinkering with the servitor, but you just can't identify what's wrong with it?
what I have to roll
I'd
to
like
hack
to
off the...
imagine everyone just left him there.
What?
Yeah.
Would you say, Josh?
I just like to imagine that everyone's just left him there with the servitor.
No. If I can't figure this out, I'll make a note of it, and I'll just kind of leave, unable to fully understand what the hell this is.
It has a weird fucking arm.
Yeah, has a weird arm. But yeah, so heading back outside, I assume, to get back on board your shuttle and get away from this horrid facility of nightmares. And significantly, wow, for utility servitors, if you lot had been killed, I would have upgraded them to combat servitors, and then they would have killed you a lot faster.
By the way, I'm just saying this. I'm going to take some of the samples with me.
Sure. They're in a very like almost primitive state. But yeah, you can safely say
they're in a very raw state.
Yeah, before you started saying we were all leaving, I was going to say, like, we should probably search the facility one last time before we leave.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. In fact, let me just use a straight search check and everyone laugh at my roll.
Oh god, yeah.
Do we roll awareness again, or can I...
No, just looking around the facility, there's nothing much else here.
Alright.
These are plants!
I'm still holding my servo skull, just very sad at it.
It just needs a charge, it'll be fine.
Yeah, to most people, it's just kind of like, oh, she's holding a skull that needs charging. To Geller, it's the equivalent of looking at a bird that's broken one of its wings, and it's like a tiny little baby bird, and it's just sort of there, like twitching ever so slightly, like clinging to life as long as possible, and it's really cute and adorable. So to Geller, she's like practically crying at this rate, probably.
Oh wait, by the way, there was a gun on the table in the back room.
Yeah, that was the pistol.
Okay. I guess I leave with the samples and other shit.
I just realized that something makes this even better. The way that T7 is written, it almost looks like a crying emoji.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, it does actually. No shit.
It's crying. T7
You
is
zoom out, it does actually look like a crying emoji. Never thought of it like that. Anyway. So you head back outside and get on board your shuttle. The shuttle then take you back.
The other guy's body there.
You're just gonna leave Mordecai's dead, rotting corpse there.
Yeah, he was dead.
Hey, he left us there.
How? Oh wait, do you need brain matter for a servo skull?
You need active brain matter.
Do you?
For a servo skull, I think you just need a skull and then a lot of circuitry.
Would it be weird if I take his head?
It's just.
God damn, you are brutal.
Geller, you could cut his head off and please a certain chaos god.
Do it.
Yeah, good point. I'll just leave him then. I pull out a knife, look at it, think about it, and just say, nah, he's not worthy for that.
Skulls.
I see.
You think about it, and then you hear the beginnings of a whisper saying, "Do it."
I see Gela think
Just
about
in
it.
your
I
mind.
assume that Gela's just too disgusted
do
to
it.
do it.
Give it into
I
your
take
dark
my
side.
sword out
Yes.
and I cut his head off.
No, I stop you. No, he's not worthy to be a servo skull. He's not worthy for it.
Do it. Yes.
I shrug.
Do it.
I shrug
Do
and
it.
re-sheathe my sword.
Do it.
I just kind of walk off. We just leave the body there.
Yes, Tech Priest. Give in to the dark side. Do it.
Do it. Anyway,
Do it
Anyway.
now.
so you get back on your shuttle.
Strike it down.
Geller, do you sit near the Vox?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're sat near the Vox, all you can hear is loads of like comm chatter between several squads of Skitari. It seems word has already spread of Karor's heresy and treachery even, and it seems they've already begun to relentlessly hunt him down and apprehend him. It doesn't take long. In fact, by the time you get to the city, there are already reports of basically a firefight occurring in his personal quarters between him and several of his followers against the Skitari. The fight basically goes south from him the second it happens.
Before we land, I asked the group, we like to make bets on our target to see how long he lasts against the Skitari.
That's just
I'm
Tech Priest to
going
do.
to say
I don't-
less than 45 seconds.
I'm not allowed to gamble. I'm celibate.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I'm just asking because I'm trying to.
I seriously don't think Sisters of Battle can gamble.
You can't.
can.
They can.
Hell,
they
they
just
can.
they just don't see the point of it because
Oh, so
you don't
Sisters of
have a
Battle-
concept of money.
Yeah,
So Sisters of
Right.
Battle aren't technically celibates.
yeah. So wait.
Yeah, I mean,
Right,
context-
because I have a couple of lesbian lovers on my other ones.
Yeah, anyway.
You may gain one now, but that's a whole other issue. Anyway, so who want to make the bet seeing who wins the fight? Hopefully
I
someone
bet
says...
one throne Geld that he lasts less than 45 seconds.
My money goes towards actually, buying things that can help us.
Honestly, I'm not really going to make this official bet. I just...
10 seconds in, you start hearing reports that he's been killed.
I hold out my hand.
Sorry, 10 seconds. They kick the door in. All you hear is a single gunshot go off, and then just a confirmed target down.
I hold up my hand for the throne.
Oh, there's some dark humor in that I'm going to refrain from.
Hey, I said
Shotgun?
he would survive less than 45 seconds.
He survived much less.
He survived less. Thus, I am correct.
I shook my
Yeah,
head.
technically, yeah, Jacob, Geller does actually owe you a throne.
I shake my hand and just put my hands away, smiling. Our job's done already.
And she's not going to pay you.
Where's that throne?
I'll chip in for when you want your riot shield.
Tied together. Owes Jacob one throne.
Ties. I owe Jacob one throw.
Yeah.
I'll give
Anyway.
him one extra throw when he buys his shield.
Anyway, so yeah, the craft lands. When it does land back in the little port that you were in to travel, you can see several Skitarii coming off of a ship, probably like an Aquila lander, if anything, and you can see they're dragging this huge body behind them with all manner of mechadendrites dragging across the floor. There's just a single lasburn right between his eyes, his cybernetic eyes, and he's just being dragged through the streets, basically.
I just shake my head and I start making my way back to the precinct or whatever. Oh, because
Yeah, the Skitarii barracks.
yeah, does it?
Yeah.
Question: Is there a naval supply shop around here?
We can buy stuff after our mission, yes. And if you're on a forge world, there's everything here.
There is a lot of
Excellent.
fancy gear here.
I could definitely find what I want. I'll do that at the end of our mission then.
Yeah, let's just take care of
So
this.
you head to the Skitarii barracks. The body is dragged there and basically dismantled, and his fleshy bits burned.
Good. Useful
You can
biofuel.
see a Skitarii carrying a crate, or a small box even, filled with a variety of notes and data slates. He seems to be taking that inside of the barracks.
Okay.
But other than that,
Yeah. I
just realized I have no idea what our job here actually is.
yeah, Jacob, to give you a brief rundown, you were sent here because people were basically getting killed, and all of them would... Basically, everyone who died was a part of a secret project to create a weapon, hence why Geller is all like, I want some of the samples. Because they're basically turning a healing agent into a virus.
yes, and you guys don't know this fully. Wait, do they know this?
I don't know, Geller, that's up to you, and I'm trying to do something now.
Okay.
And yeah, basically, as far as you can tell, your mission's done. You found out who killed the fucker, and you killed him. So basically, you now need to go and find a one astropath Gaia so that they can call your ride to get off the planet.
Well, this was surprisingly simple. What could go wrong? Meteor strikes.
That's why I want to talk to the head Skitarii just to see if there's anything else we may need to look into
Wow.
if we're all good.
So if the mission is over, my character's going shopping. So
You
he
don't
just,
know
like,
that yet. We
wanders-
have yet to tell you. You are still.
If anything, Jacob, you were sent here as an advanced force, so you know more about this mission than the rest of the party does.
Which is sad.
Arbitrators blend in a hell of a lot easier.
Roll intelligence, see if you can remember what the mission was.
No, that's just fucking stupid.
I'm
Anyway.
surprised how my GM will make me roll my dumb character roll intelligence to remember shit.
No, that's just stupid.
Connor,
Yes?
chill.
Okay.
Chill. Be
Go
calm.
watch some Netflix.
Go watch some Netflix. Anyway, so walking into the barracks, the Skitarii Alpha proceeds to like look over all of the notes that he's just been brought, reading over them and nodding and just sort of being making offhand, like basically talking to himself effectively in binary. He's just sort of mumbling stuff like, "Oh, okay, he was going to do this. Oh, well, he's a bastard. Good thing we killed him. Job well done." And etc., etc. And he begins to like. By the time you walk in, he's like half his attention is dedicated to reading the notes. The other half is like typing on to type on a data slate, so that he's like making a report to hand over to the Logos of this district. And then you walk up.
I'm just checking to make sure everything seems taken care of with this mission, more or less, this investigation.
Yeah. Aside from the paperwork that needs to be done, you're pretty much done. You go and find Gaia or Gaia, whatever the fuck his name was. You find him effectively hanging around near the Logos, and he says, "Job well done, good call, good job, whatever. I called the ship. They'll be here in 4 or 5 days."
Oh, I'm really wishing that the Logos be proud, like, yay, the Inquisitor's help. Gela, get a mechadendrite or metal leg.
No, the Logos was pretty much completely oblivious to the fact that you were all here.
Which is a good thing.
He didn't even know any of this was really happening.
Okay, shit, no.
Effectively, it was all handled through his secretaries.
I want a metal arm before I left this planet.
I'm gonna go to the Skitarii at the desk, and I'm gonna ask him if there's any open warrants available.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Can I join?
He looks at you. He looks you up and down, and then you can tell that he's logically identifying why you would be asking it, and he's all like, "Yep, probably a bounty hunter." And he looks at you. He doesn't say anything. He just slides over a data slate.
I kind of gesture with the data slate, like if I'm supposed to keep it or not, or if I'm just supposed to look at it.
He doesn't appear to be bothering to give you his attention anymore.
He doesn't.
He slid the data slate over and then carried on working.
You're on a Forge world.
Free data slate.
Your character's smart enough to know that on a Forge world, a data slate is as easy to create as I don't know, fucking paper.
Let's put it like this.
Yeah, but I also have to make sure that I'm not like stealing his paper.
Nah, you're not stealing. You're doing that thing that you do in games like Skyrim and Fallout, where you just take a bounty and then you hand it in when you do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to Jacob and start talking to him about the bounty.
Yeah.
Alright, so what do we have here?
I'm going to be looking into getting some better gear, because I need better gear.
I will do that after I look at this bounty.
Yeah. So the bounty is for another reclamator. Apparently he's one of the surviving associates of Plex, although clearly not as dangerous. However, he does have a wanted bounty for several minor offences, such as like not showing up to work on time and having a late performance. Effectively, the bounty is to bring him in alive. But if he does put up a fight, you have permission to kill him.
Awesome.
This looks like fun.
And effectively, you'll be paid because it's a very minor job, and technically the Skitarii should be dealing with it, but because the Logos is feeling lazy, you'll only get about 200 thrones.
Still solid.
Oh, hey, that's more than a month's worth of pay for me, so that's good.
Yeah. That would be 200 thrones split between the two of you, so you'd both get 100.
That's still more than a month's worth of pay for me. That's still really good.
Yeah. Going and chasing him down and killing him and, taking him alive takes about a day and a half to do. So you've got 3.5 days worth of shopping to go and do, basically.
Alright. Well, before taking him alive, I'm going to go find a naval outlet.
You're on a Forge where everything's
naval outlets. Now, that's something you wouldn't really come across on a Forge world, but they certainly have a part of the city that's dedicated to outfitting naval armories of some kind.
Or at least building components towards it. It's a Forge world. They build shit.
They do. However, Sinford 2 is a minor Forge world, so it's not like they build entire cruisers and there's Titans driving around.
It is called a naval shield. It's essentially a giant thing of plasteel with a handle.
It's a fuck off shield.
It's a giant shield of plasteel with a handle that can be...
A huge solid plate of plasteel, rectangular and heavy.
Yep. And can be used as a temporary measure for hull breaches.
Yeah. You want it because it provides 8 armor points.
Yes, I want to
Even though
hunker
that
down
would be
that.
4 if someone shot you with any ballistic or energy weapon. But I mean, if someone shoots you with a musket,
You're fine.
If someone shoots me with a musket, that's fantastic. If someone shoots me with an energy weapon, that's still 4 extra.
Yeah.
still 4 extra, so you know. But yeah, let's see how many they have in stock. They definitely have some. It's a matter of if they have them in common quality. Yeesh. They have a few, but they're largely like not finished being made and refined, so they're a bit rough, and they would count as poor quality versions.
Which, in their case, literally only reduces the damage they do since it's a melee weapon.
Yeah, it's fairly dire.
Which, you know what? Considering I don't think I'll ever use it as a melee weapon, I think I'll be fine with that.
Anything I can do to earn some extra money?
You're a tech priest on a forge world. No, you're expected to work for free.
Oh,
you work for food and lodging.
what's
That's
food?
You work because it's your duty,
Yeah.
rather than because you're expecting pay.
Ah, damn! I really want it a lot.
So it's a poor craftsmanship thing, so it's only half price, thankfully.
Yeah, that's a nice part about it.
I'll save up for it then.
You know what? It's half price, but it's also an odd number, which makes it really difficult.
It's minus 10 penalty to made for attacks. And I want to say that because it's poor quality, it will affect the armor points of it. Because, again, it is poor quality.
So what? Reduce it by 2?
No, it will give you minus 10 to all agility tests.
I
Because
am
it's big, heavy, and poor.
I'm surprisingly fine with that.
Yeah, it does mean dodging is now going to be borderline impossible for you, but
That's
who
what the
gives a shit?
shield's
You've
for.
got a massive fuck-off shield.
So yeah, I'm just going to sell that club and knife, and for an axe. Is it like a tomahawk hand axe or is it like a normal lumberjack axe? What kind of?
An axe is, again, if you've ever played Skyrim, imagine a dwarven axe. Roughly
It
that
is an
size.
axe.
I don't remember dwarven axes. Let me Google an image one.
They were tacky as all hell and gold.
Yeah, so it's a one-hander, and you probably could throw
Like that.
throw
Imagine a
some-
backwards P.
Dragonbone was better.
I know Dragonbone was better, but it's a fucking axe. Dragons don't exist.
Yes, they do.
Not
That's actually not true.
Yeah, well, they don't
What is-
exist in this universe.
Yes, they do. On
Yeah, they
planets. There was a
Don't get it. I'm saying
planet.
the Elixir sect. Anyway, you're not going to get sent there anyway. Who gives a fuck?
Fine. But yeah,
You're not going to get sent there. Instantly is sent there and eaten by a dragon.
Yeah, you've now given me the idea of sending you against a fucking, like, 12-foot dragon.
I'm selling.
That breathes fire and has infinite HP and damage.
I'm selling both knives and the club for an axe.
Okay, so you make 9 gelt, because clubs and knives are shit on this planet, basically.
Yep.
So I think you need to pay 6 of your own money, but other than that, you get an axe.
Yep. Oh, and I'm going to trade in my last carbine for a last gun.
Yeah, okay, they're the same price as each other, so yeah, you now have a las gun instead of a las carbine.
Yay! So it does more shit. It's
It
better.
does a point more damage, has more range, and has a slightly better rate of fire, but you lose the ability to fire it one-handed with minus 10 instead of 20.
Yeah.
Yahoo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a big deal. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sell my compact last pistol.
Yep, you get 25 runes for it.
Okay. What else? Can I mono my sword while I'm here?
Do you have 40 thrones?
Yeah.
Then yeah.
That didn't sound very convincing.
Or he has
Yeah.
at least 25.
Oh, and I want to mono my
I know you
axe,
should have
too.
plenty because you just got paid 100 thrones, so you should have 125 at the least.
Yeah, no, I was just doing math.
Yeah, I got my axe mono too. Because I want a mono
Yeah,
axe.
as long as you
It
pay the-
does-
as long as you remember to pay the extra 40 for it.
yeah.
Ah,